So, good, that's a lot. This is not only the best moment of the tournament, in my opinion, it's also kind of the hardest. As you guys know, this is the John Riding tournament, and he's a very important person to a lot of people in this room, and we always want to pay honor to him. Every year, I start crying a little bit. So, I know, she gets me going. So, John was very important to me, just as a starting point. When I was in high school, he was my youth leader in a group called Young Life. Maybe some of you have heard that. And very important person in my spiritual development. So, very important person. And when he passed a few years back, it was tragic. It was nothing short of tragic. It's a big deal and affected a lot of people, and his absence continues to affect a lot of people. So, anyways, that's the starting point. That's the background for me. In his honor, we started this tournament, and part of the goal was to identify a couple of players that nominated by their coaches, and in John's name, we're going to give away a pretty substantial grant to these players to further their college career. So that's the thought behind it, and with John in mind, this is how we do everything when it comes to this tournament. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Leisha, you ready to go? Okay. So this is Leisha Riding. Everybody give her a hand.
Hi. Thank you all for coming. I know this tournament is a little different than just volleyball, and we love volleyball. But I just want to thank Travis, like he said, his staff, his Clovis North volleyball program, and all his parents that come out for 2 days and are here to serve all of you. They started this tournament 4 years ago. It was about 6 months after my husband died, in honor of their friend and our family. And I am forever, oh gosh, I can't do that already. And I'm forever grateful for all your work on this, Travis. Hoping for many more years ahead. Also, if you happen to see the program, there's a list of very generous family and friends that have donated t-shirts, money, signs, plaques, food for the hospitality room for the referees and coaches, because we have to keep those people happy or we all pay for it. And the list goes on. So all of that so we can take care of you, our guests. And this year, we are going to be able to award two $1,000 grants to a couple of deserving seniors. And that just so blesses me and the kids. Thank you, coaches, for bringing your teams. Thank you, girls, for your hard work on the court that allows us, the fans, and your parents the opportunity to watch some great volleyball. We hope you enjoy your time here, and we hope that you come back next year. I'd like to start by kind of giving you a little glimpse of who my husband was. He would have been so humbled and honored to just be honored this way. He loved the game of volleyball. He loved playing it, coaching, and investing in players' lives. But nothing gave him more joy than to watch our kids. For us Ridings, volleyball has always been a family affair. My daughter Ashlyn has played 4 years of collegiate volleyball, and now she enjoys coaching for Central Cal Volleyball Club and is the best free assistant coach I have ever had. Well, maybe she's a close second behind her dad. And it's her first time being here at her dad's tournament because she's been away at school, so I'm so happy to have her here. My son Logan, the one in the middle, played 4 years at Buchanan. He won 2 Valley Championships while he was there, and he's currently playing on the men's team at Fresno State. My son Parker is a senior and he plays volleyball at Buchanan. He's trying to keep up with his big bro as they won a Valley title last year, so he's got one more chance this year. My husband John played at Fresno State on their men's team. After college, he spent many weekends playing grass, sand, tournaments, indoor co-ed, and even an AVP qualifier. The surface under his feet didn't matter, he just loved to play this game. He coached at Hoover High School, which is in Fresno, and he was their varsity boys coach for 10 years. He coached at Alta Sierra, which is a junior high in Clovis, when our son Logan was playing for 2 years, and he coached 4 years of club volleyball. Like I said, he was the best assistant coach I have ever had. He always gave free advice, and my players always loved Mr. Writing. As a parent, he would sit in the bleachers and calmly watch, unlike me, of course, I was a little crazy. John had lifelong friends in the volleyball community, and it never failed. We could walk into a gym anywhere up and down the state, and he would know somebody. Some are coaching here today, reffing here today, or in the bleachers watching their daughters play. John loved volleyball so much that he named his first company Hard Driven Sportswear. Hard driven is a term used to describe a volleyball hit with a lot of pace. And it's even legal now to double that first contact after a hard-driven attack. None of us old players got that luxury, girls. You're pretty special to get that. Hard-driven wasn't only a name or a term to John, it was the way he lived his life. He was passionate and intentional in his friendships, his business, how he served others, in youth ministry, and as a husband and a dad. But his greatest drive came from his desire to know God, the God who saved him, and to live his life to honor him. God was a source of his genuine spirit, his kind heart, the warmth and respect that people felt when they were around him, and his joy. John knew without a shadow of a doubt that his identity and his value did not come from volleyball or anything else he did. It came from Christ alone, and to God alone be the glory. Now for the fun part. Our family has the honor of awarding grants, 2 of them today, to help deserving seniors with their college education. Coaches from these 24 teams here today had the opportunity to nominate one senior who they thought was the heart and soul of their team. As my kids and I read the apps, there were so many deserving young ladies that made our decision very difficult. We were drawn to 2 players that most exemplified their dad and my husband and what he deemed important. The first grant recipient is described by our coach as the backbone of her team. Her work ethic is extraordinary, and she pushes her teammates to dig deeper and work harder to pursue greatness. She was the MVP of her team as a junior and first team All-League. My kids and I love that our coach said, she's just a fun person to be around, and she brings a lot of spunk and laughter to our team. If you walked in today and saw the table in the front, and you notice those photos hanging of my husband, that's kind of who their dad was too. She's a role model and a mentor to younger girls in the program. Her teammates use these words to describe her: the cornerstone, hardworking, encouraging, supportive, the one who lights up the court and keeps everyone strong and focused. Even when her demanding academic workload and extracurricular commitments, this senior finds time to serve others. A camp coach, did a community food and art drives to save money for local charities, and volunteers at church, to name a few. Her coach states, her big presence on the court and her fun personality will be greatly missed when she graduates. We are honored to award this grant to Dos Pueblos High's Allison Finch. Our next recipient, as her coach,